Hello, my name is Gwen, and welcome to the Partly Political Party. Today our guest is Donan from the Milky Way galaxy, specifically the Milky Way. He hasn't finished any degrees or made any books, but he has a few songs of which can be attained by searching Donan on myspace.com. For those who don't know, Donan recently enrolled in a 12-day field course called Indigenous Curriculum, offered by Trent University and taught by Nicole Bell. The course purpose is designed to prepare individuals to teach Indigenous ecological knowledge within the Ontario curriculum and Ontario education system. Now, it's important to bring to light the controversy of teaching Indigenous knowledge within a colonial system, and we will discuss that later in the show. Other topics that will be covered are the assignments within the course, Indigenous knowledge being introduced into a colonial system, and a review of Nicole Bell's Indigenous Curriculum course. So, hello, Donan. How are you doing today?
I am very relaxed. Thanks for asking, Gwen. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Just went to a really nice house show. So, now, what assignments did you have for the course?
There are two assignments for the course, depending on which part of the course, reading course, you would have had maybe more. And if you were doing one that Sarah was doing, she had 4 assignments, but I don't know, I had 2, so here they are. One of them was you designed lesson plans for a class that you were hypothetically going to be teaching, and you had to incorporate it. The class is your basic Ontario curriculum from grades 1 to 12, your choice, or kindergarten as also, and it's your choice. And we design lesson plans, and the specific goal is to incorporate Indigenous ecological knowledge within them. And I've not finished those at this current moment, but something really funny happened when I was doing this assignment, and it's just I'm researching authors, Indigenous authors, and I come across one, and his name's, he was given to me, his name was given to me by Sarah. Cannot pronounce it correctly, but he's from UVic, and he's a Indigenous governance professor. And he's on this interview with a student from Queens, and they're just talking about Indigenous governance and how sovereignty within Aboriginal communities is going, and what his opinion is on with regards to incorporating within the colonial system, be it primary, junior, high school, or post-secondary. They just break out into this massive conversation about Trent, and I was like, oh my god, I just searched this person on the internet, and it comes right back to me at home. And it was really funny. The actual topic about Trent was they were bashing it. The one person's I hear students who are interested in Indigenous culture, who are colonial, they're going to sacred fires and being firekeepers and stuff, but they aren't being part of workshops and stuff, and they're just bashing Trent students so much. And I was just whoa, Queen's students. I guess I bash Queen's students a lot too, because it was a Queen's radio show. So I was just whatever. I'll be at Queen's anyhow in a few years, most likely for teachers college, which is going to be, I don't know. I shouldn't pass judgment, seeing as how they pass judgment on me. So yeah, anyhow, that's one assignment. You design lesson plans. And then the second assignment is a portfolio. And within the portfolio, you can express your feelings about a 12-day field course that the class completed with Nicole. 12 days, something like that. I wasn't counting, but and I chose to review my experience in the format of songs, fully, recorded using digital equipment and non-digital instruments, and yeah. So yeah, these songs, I made 3 of them for the course, and yeah, really lots of time and effort put into them, and hopefully enough thought, and yeah, we'll talk about those.
So, Donan, do you mind telling me more about the origin and meaning of the songs you made for the portfolio?
We have the first song is called Indigenous Curriculum. The origin of this song is it's not my instrumental. It's belongs to a rapper from the States, hip hop rap. His name is Wiz Khalifa. The song has gone through the roofs with regards to ratings. If you check out the song Black and Yellow, which is the song I used from, it has 138 million hits right now, and it's ever increasing. So it's just a massive piece of media. And I used the instrumental, not the lyrics, though. And I asked for his permission and I haven't gotten a response yet. But I don't plan to sell this piece of artwork. I just plan to use it for a project. I don't plan to sell it, and I am giving him credit, so I think everything's okay. And then I heard about the song, not through him actually, but someone else remixed it and used it as their own song as well. So yeah, his song is called Black and Yellow. You can check it out. My song is called Indigenous Curriculum. It's probably a little less easy to find on the internet, but if you go to the MySpace, the songs, what it's about. Indigenous Curriculum is pretty much a very broad view of some opinions of mine within the course. There's a few things to talk about the song. I find it's pretty white-centered. A lot about it is about me interacting with Indigenous culture. And that's part of what's going on in my life right now, is interaction with the people who inhabited Turtle Island before it got colonized, and just trying to interact and heal what my ancestors did, doing what I can. So working with that has been interesting, and this song reflects a bit of that. There's some references to Indigenous culture, specifically Cree. And yeah, the next song is called Megizi. The song is also not mine, but it was a pretty big part of the course. That gives me any more justification for stealing so much music. That's not mine, but we'll see later about the last song. But Megizi is about its origin. I have no idea. Nicole taught it to me, and thankfully Lorraine wrote down the lyrics, and she emailed them to me a few weeks ago. So I've just been using those. Thanks, Lorraine. And then Thank God, Lorraine.
Isn't it usually like against Indigenous culture to write down song lyrics? Isn't it? Aren't they supposed to be passed on just through word of mouth?
Oh man. You speak words of wisdom, Glenn. Like writing down the song lyrics, it wasn't meant to be like published for the purpose of like keeping it written down. Like I just wanted to sing. I just wanted to record the song. But I think I did break some, unwritten guideline maybe. We'll see what happens. I guess we'll see what the reviews say. It's a good piece of information. I didn't write down any of the stories except for the ones that were presented to me in a written format. I took some notes on those. Anyhow, Megizi is about, it's a good question. Megizi is about, it means eagle. It also was the name of Nicole's son, who was a very major keystone of the course. If it wasn't there, the course would be very different. The eagle reference is to something greater than your average eagle, I believe, or maybe it does reference to the average eagle and just gives it a lot of power. I can't recall. But, yeah. The lyrics are, I see the eagle, I hear the eagle, I am one with the eagle, I believe. Maybe wrong. But it's along those lines. And, yeah, I had a lot of fun incorporating the African hand drum as well. And yeah, that song was a lot of fun to record. I really enjoyed it and really fit well really quickly. So that instrumental Indigenous Curriculum was really hard to work with, but this was just great. Anyhow, next song is called Termination Night. This also referred to a pretty key event within the field course. Termination Night refers to the night in which some of the students enacted behavior that required their presence to be, or their allowance to be terminated. Like they just performed behaviors that, in my opinion, mimicked the act of colonization. It's exemplified pretty clearly in the song, and it's just like trying to eliminate a lot of judgment because I come from a very similar background. I'm white, I'm privileged, and I come from a very similar background, like very similar, and I kind of understand the lack of awareness because a lot of white people are being born blind to the actual history of colonization. Mind you, there are white people who are choosing to ignore it as well, but a lot are blind. And that's what I really feel ties into a question coming up in like, what is my place as a colonial individual